People, in fact, are working from home these days, and they're using video conferencing platforms like Zoom more than ever before. And that's also leading to cyber attacks known as Zoom bombing. I hadn't heard that phrase before. Joining us right now to talk more about all of this is Professor Frederick School, the cybersecurity program director at Quinnipiac University. Professor, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Good evening.
Let me ask you first, what exactly are hackers doing? They're just kind of jumping into meetings and gatherings?
I think hackers are, as usual, doing a lot of different things. So the simplest kind of attack is what's known as Zoom bombing, where unexpected users can jump into your meeting. It's the equivalent of vandalizing, let's say, the school walls or school dorms or something like that. So they can get in if you don't have the meeting secured properly, or they can spoof somebody else or pretend they're somebody else and get into your meeting in that way as well.
It's interesting because if people don't necessarily know, if you're on Zoom, it kind of puts everyone in different boxes, almost like the Brady Bunch or something like that. We have a coworker here at Channel 3 who said her daughter was in a class and someone actually popped up in one of those boxes who wasn't supposed to be there. So this really isn't all that uncommon right now?
Right. That was a big issue recently. It should be a fixable problem. It's basically a configuration issue within Zoom. You do not want to send out meeting IDs to the public. You want to make sure that you have a password for your meeting. So if you do all that, it's fairly likely you should be able to limit that. So the host of the meeting really needs to go to zoom.us, look at their video training, and make sure they understand how to configure it.
Obviously, there's a lot of talk right now about Zoom, but there are other popular apps as well. I think Ring is one. Are you hearing about these kinds of things in other platforms?
Yes, there's Google Hangouts, there's Skype, there are things that have been out there for a long time. So Zoom usage went up so much in the last month or so that it's sort of provided a bigger target for hackers. And I think what people should be worried about is, are they sharing any sensitive information on Zoom? Is there stuff that they don't want other people to know about? That's one thing. And then if you're a business, are you sharing financial information or business secrets? Because that kind of information is going to attract really focused hackers that are going to take time and money to figure out how to break into Zoom. So we don't know yet whether Zoom is really secured against that kind of attack. So I kind of encourage users to think about, what information are they actually sharing with the other person on the other end of that call.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. I have to ask you before we let you go. You mentioned not sharing publicly the meeting ID number. Are there other things people can do right now?
Yes, there are many things. So if you're the host, you need to understand how to remove participants from the meeting in case somebody does come in, an unwanted person. And you also can have users go into what's known as a Zoom waiting room so you can see who's in there, and you're not just letting everybody into the room all at once without managing it.
All right. It's a sign of the times. Professor Frederick Scholl from Quinnipiac, we appreciate you joining us right now. I think we're on Skype right now, technically, so that's a whole other topic.
We are. Thank
Thank you
yeah.
very much. Take care, sir.
Good night.